Ujamaa is going to be a place where these men can develop the social skills, develop the basic educational skills, and the belief in themselves that they can do greater things. It's a place where they establish the foundation of success for the rest of their lives.
I was fresh out of jail. I really didn't have no resources at the time because I don't really have any family members here myself. Anytime an opportunity presented itself about me making some money, whether it was drugs or stole a few times, my whole thing before I got into empowerment was really trying to find me a job.
What we're looking at is working with the niche demographic, 17 to 28-year-olds. These guys are often called the lost generation.
I was affiliated with the Crips for a number of years, so it was whatever they needed me to do at that time, that's what I would do. I did more like the selling drugs and the more of like extortion type things. I got so deep that it was no turning back, I thought, because that's just what I had become accustomed to.
Well, Ujamaa Place addresses these problems by doing what I think is really the most cost-effective and probably the most real effective strategy in crime reduction, which is to prevent young men early on from continuing down a path that will almost certainly end up in only two places, the morgue or prison.
But Ujamaa has to be there, because if they're not there, those young people are not going to make a successful exit from the gangs, and folks who are incarcerated are not going to make that successful transition back in the community.
Yeah, I wasn't really outspoken. I wasn't really focused. And my appearance wasn't of a man, it was just a guy just wandering around.
The key to Ujamaa Place is its ability to reach a group of people that want to reach and have a hard time reaching, and that's young African American males.
We approach problems in a different way. You can't lock everybody up and arrest your problem away.
Because now we're going to incarcerate the suspect for 15, 20, 25 years, depending on what their track record is. A young person, a juvenile gang member that does this, we're talking in excess of $50,000 a year to incarcerate.
It's a vicious cycle. When we lose one of that youth that commits crime, they go away to jail. Their mom's left without a son. A lot of children are left without a dad. The family structure breaks down.
Roy Barker was my coach. He was a great influence on me because he never gave up on me. Because it was a lot of times that I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this no more. I'm getting tired. And that's when he would really push me harder to do better.
You say, so what is empowerment at Ujamaa? Empowerment is simply developing the belief in the men that they can do things for themselves. It's not something that they didn't know. It's something that needs to be reawakened.
Like every time we had he presented something new to the class, I wouldn't just do it in the class. I'd take it home, like to my fiance and my kids, and then we'll sit down and discuss it and go over it, and then I'll find out from my family, you know, what makes them feel empowered. It just brought a whole new structure to my life.
We also know that without a basic education, these men really don't have an opportunity to move forward. At Ujamaa, they can expect to get that basic education. They can get that GED.
Mr. Barker, I mean, he's been like a father figure to me. He was there with me, college applications, job applications, resume writing, no matter what.
They're going to be able to talk to other men who are current leaders, who may not have experienced the same lives that they come from, but these men will look like them. And they'll be able to talk to men that maybe they never would have been able to interact with, who can tell them about their own struggles, because every black man in America has a story. Every black man in America has had to overcome.
I feel that the business community, in this case we're talking about St. Paul, needs to step up and be more proactive in dealing with a variety of issues in St. Paul, including the plight of young African American men.
The need is huge. There is not an alternative available today to help this group of young men turn their lives around.
And so by putting some money and investing in people and in the community, we are helping people move forward in a positive way that helps us become less dependent on government assistance.
A program like Ujamaa Place has a very clear economic calculus to it. You invest some money now, you're not going to be spending that on incarceration.
And I know in this case, whatever involvement I have, that this organization will make a difference in a lot of kids' lives.
We feel that now is the time, and here is the place for St. Paul to come together to join hands across the city to bring the business community, the faith community, the police community, the bankers, the social workers, the CD counselors, for us all to come together and make this happen.
Because when we help them, we're helping everybody in their family and their neighborhood.
It costs $40,000 to $50,000 a year to incarcerate a human being per year. And the cost maybe to complete this program per student is $4,000 to $5,000.
So when you look at a return on investment, both from a financial perspective as well as meeting a tremendous social need, I can't think of a better one.
This experience has taught me that, you know what I'm saying, that you can achieve your goals if you work hard.
A lot of people most definitely can do it. I'm not the smartest guy, I'm not the toughest guy, I'm not the coolest guy or anything like that. But I'm just a guy who wants to be more than what I thought I could be.
Looking better, dressing better, you know, I used to wear my pants sagging down to my knees and hat turned to the back, and you know, so it just really made me get a better grasp out of life.